Hello. I thought I would jump on and just do a refresh of the supplements that I use and the things that I personally take just to support my diet and my lifestyle. So for those of you that don't know, I have a predominantly plant-based diet and my preference is towards whole food. So I don't like to eat food that comes in a bag or that has a barcode. Okay, so a lot of people are starting to become aware of that now, which is really cool. But yeah, so jumping into this video is just on the supplements that I personally use. The biggest thing for me is energy and also not feeling um, thirsty, so not feeling dehydrated or dry. So they're two of the biggest things for me. The other thing is making sure that I get in magnesium and also making sure that I am helping my body and my brain as much as I can, given that I don't tend to consume a lot of meat and I've got um, allergies to seafood, which includes fish, but I'm not too bad with fish itself. So it's more the crustacean side of things. So little bit of an interesting journey for me working out what works and what doesn't. What I will say is that I do cycle all of my supplements and anything that I take. So whilst I may take something for 3 to 4 months, and I might take it every day for that 3 to 4 months. If I forget to take it one day, I'm not distressed, and I will often have a bit of a break. So a 2 to 3 week break, or maybe have a break altogether. So there's some supplements that I use from Seeking Health, which is from Ben Lynch, who wrote the book Dirty Genes, which I highly recommend people have a look into if you've got a bit of a health journey. And one of them is the brain lozenge, and the other one is the gallbladder support. So I needed a hand with that. So they're two supplements that I'll talk about right now because I won't talk about them during the video because I don't actually take them at the moment. So I use the gallbladder nutrients and the brain lozenge, especially if I am in an environment where I'm exposed to a lot of toxin and or a lot of fumes, things like that. So the brain lozenge for me just really helps with that aspect, but that's a whole other video. It's a whole other thing. So today we're talking about just general supplements that I probably use every single day. And when I say supplement, it's something to support your lifestyle, right? So the first thing that I do use is I use an electrolyte, and there's two. There's two because the age that I'm at and the research that I do and the reading that I've been doing is leading me towards having a look and making sure that I include creatine. Now, when I was younger and I was doing figure competitions in bodybuilding, creatine was a supplement that you used, right, for muscles and all that sort of jazz. There's a lot of things that I used to take when I was younger, and I thought, oh, there's no point taking them now because I don't actually do that sort of training or exercise anymore. But it appears that creatine is one of those things that your body actually really misses. Now, this is not to get confused with what you see in blood, okay, or in kidney function and things. This is totally separate, totally separate. So don't let anybody talk you down that track. That's another topic for another day too. But there's two that I use. Okay, so one is called Body Electric, which I've just recently gotten from the Beauty Chef. It's a hydration as well as creatine. Now it has 3 grams of creatine per serve, and it's classified as a protein water. This one, and the creatine is water washed, they call it. So that helps in terms of the preparation of it. Creatine and all supplements in a powder form are more easily absorbed and accepted by your body. So if you're someone that's got gut issues, uh, you'll find that you may be wasting your money on supplements that are hard capsules and stuff because potentially your body's not absorbing them anyway. So I tend to go for liquids or lozenges first, or oils before I will dive into a capsule. So if you're curious about why I do that sort of stuff, that's why. Now, what I do find with the Beauty Chef and the Body Electric is that it does have natural flavors. And for some people, that actually can cause you issues in terms of your mouth. I've got a friend who I know if I ever give her anything that's got natural flavors in it, she gets a mouth ulcer. So that's an indicator to me that perhaps there's still some stuff in it that's not so fabulous. So I tend to look at the fillers a lot or the non-active ingredients. Um, and they all have them because they've got them on the shelf. All of them except this other one, which is called Stemmy Light. So Stemmy Light comes in a sachet. It is a liquid form and it is 21 minerals and electrolytes already. Okay, so it tastes like salt water. There's no flavor to it, and there's no artificial issues. It's Western Australian, so I get it from WA, and I get it often when I am down in Albany. But Stemilite is STAMILYTE.com.au, so you can probably get them online as well. They're not that expensive, and a 10 ml sachet has approximately 1,500 milligrams of salt and minerals. So the sachet, one sachet will give you 1 litre. And like I said before, right, I cycle. So electrolytes I use a lot in summer, especially when training at the gym because you're going to sweat, or training outside, doing your garden work, all of those sort of things. But what I have noticed too is that water is not so fabulous. So we need minerals as a human, and maybe we're not getting them through our diet effectively. So we need to make sure that we can intake them with our water as well. And you want to stagger it across the day. That's the biggest thing. So if you take all these things all at once, they're just going to go straight through you. So Body Electric is one of the electrolytes that I do use. I don't use it every single day, but I do use it, and it comes from the Beauty Chef because it's got the creatine. Okay, the other one that I use quite often is Stamilite, and these are my minerals and electrolyte drink. There's no flavor with these. They have no other additives. It just is what it says it is. And for me, it's a winner because it's made in the state. It comes from the state where I actually live. So that tells me there's less preservatives required to ship it around the world, right? The third electrolyte that I have started to utilize a little bit, and I know that a few people look into some different ones, is called Recharge, and it is from doTERRA. It's doTERRA's MetaPower Recharge. Now, there's two flavors with this one, so I'm going from one that's not flavored to one that is flavored. And like Body Electric from the Beauty Chef, the Recharge actually contains other ingredients. Um, but the bit that I like about the doTERRA MetaPower Recharge is they have full disclosure on their website, so you're actually able to see what what magnesium is in it, because we have various forms of magnesium that you can get and utilize, and some of them work really well in the heart. Some of them work extremely well for your muscles. Some of them work extremely well for other parts of your body. So it's good to actually know what is in the supplement that you're taking. With the STEMI light, I'll bounce around a little bit today, guys, sorry, but with the STEMI light, that just gives me magnesium, manganese, nickel, phosphorus. It gives you the breakdown of that one as well. But yeah, with the MetaPower, you've got two flavors. These ones, again, are liquid. So the Beauty Chef is a powder. The MetaPower Recharge are liquids with the granule in there. So what you'll do, you just open one up, pour it in, gives you about, to me, it gives me about 1 litre. Okay, so all of these things, if I mix them, will give me 1 litre of the electrolyte, and I'll sip on it across the activity that I'm doing. Or if I am going for a long swim, or I'm going to do quite an intensive workout, I've got a friend who does ultra marathons and things. She will use all of this sort of stuff. Older people that are struggling in terms of getting the replenishment into their cells, also really great with recharge as well. Okay. So in order of preference for me, I would use Body Electric when I first get up when I'm going to go to do training. Then I have a MetaPower Recharge in my water, or I have a Stemming Light in my water across the day. So that's being completely transparent. I can say to you, buy this or buy that. No, I spread what I use across. Okay, so I'm getting everything that I need all in one go across a whole week. So I will use electrolytes every day, 5 days a week, and then on the weekend I give myself a rest. Or maybe on the weekend I'm going to go for a big motorbike ride, or I'm going to do a whole heap of work in the garden. I will have the electrolyte drink while I'm working or while I'm riding. And then when I stop, that's it. But otherwise, on the weekend, I won't use it because I'm not getting sweaty and I'm not doing extraneous work. Now, the next thing that I use that is in a sachet as well is I use MetaPower Advantage. This is my collagen supplementation. It's probably the only fish that I have in my diet because I don't, like I said to you, right, I don't eat fish. Now, the collagen that is in the marine collagen that is in the doTERRA MetaPower Advantage uh, is from the skin of the fish. So I think that's why I don't have the allergy reaction to it. So I was a little bit of a guinea pig, wanted to make sure that I wouldn't have a reaction. So yeah, hence why I use it, right? The thing with the doTERRA side of things as well, especially the doTERRA MetaPower Advantage, we do have TGA engagement with that. So you are able to get access to a lot more information. And if your health fund covers supplementation, some of them do as an extra. So if your health fund covers supplementation, you may find that they will um, look more closely at the MetaPower Advantage in terms of allowing you to use it because it is a nutrition supplement as well. You've got biotin in there, you've got vitamin C, you've got resveratrol, which is really important in terms of helping to calm down inflammation in the body. You also have um, pomegranate in there, which is another polyphenol, which is really, really good to help support the body. And you have a heap of other sea buckthorn, like a heap of really good content in the MetaPower Advantage. So it's not just a collagen supplement. It's sort of a collagen with the boosters. Plus, it includes 9 different types of collagen. And these ones are hydrolyzed, so they're easy for your body to grab hold of and use them, right? To assist your body in the production of its own collagen. Because you actually can't take a supplement and expect your body to just, yeah, all of a sudden it's got all the collagen it needs. It doesn't work that way. But anyway, that's why a lot of doctors and things go, you're taking the collagen supplements. That doesn't work. That's why. It's got to be hydrolyzed for your body to get hold of it to use it. Anyway, so they are another thing that I use. I will stay on that TGA window just for a minute because there is a multivitamin, multi-mineral, and an omega that I use as well, and that has also got a TGA listing for that one as well. So that's important for me. Someone that's got a clinical um profession. I want to make sure that supplements that I'm using for myself, but also ones that I'm talking to other people about are good. Okay. So these are a capsule. Now they are a veggie cap, so you're able to break them apart. So what that tells me is that my body, which I was having a hard time with gut absorption, my body will be able to absorb this. Okay. So the capsule hit my stomach. Stomach acid does its work. I might need to boost it sometimes, but stomach acid does its work and my gut permeability is improved, so I will actually absorb the nutrients that are in there. Sometimes that's why liquids are better, right? Again, that's a whole other video. So I do take lifelong vitality and I also intertwine that or I change that every couple of months with a powder-based um, whole food nutrient, which you can also get from the US, which includes adaptogens and a whole heap of other really good things. But yeah, I will use the Lifelong Vitality pack. So in the Lifelong Vitality, you've got Alpha CRS, which is the cellular repair complex, so or cellular energy complex. With that one, it helps with free radical damage, but it includes your key ingredients, right? It's got green tea, curcumin, which you all know about, right? It's got ginkgo. It's also got pine. It's got pomegranate. It's got sesame. I'm just trying to think. It's got black skullcap. It's got the milk thistle. It's also got coenzyme Q10, I'm pretty sure, in this one, as well as your frankincense, your caraway. So there's quite a lot of good content in that Alpha CRS plus. Then you have a microplex, it's called, which is your food nutrient. So, food nutrient, when you think of a food nutrient, think about your vitamins and minerals. So, that's your calcium, that's your iron, that's your zinc, that's your vitamins and your minerals. But on top of that, there's also MLAs, cellulose, um, lipase, protease. There's also your minerals, but there's enzymes, amino acids in there. So the microplex is part of the system, right? It's a three capsule system. Then you have your EO omegas, which is your essential oil omega complex. Okay, so that's all your fish stuff. But on top of that, you've got thyme, you've got more curcumin again, you've got more frankincense, uh, you've got your omega 3, but you've also got, where is it? You've got more amino acids built into this one, and you've also got beta carotene and lutein. So, beta carotene and lutein, both of those are really important for your eye health. So, we know that omega 3 supports a fish oil, right? We always talk about fish oil. So, good fish oil is going to help your brain, but it's also going to help the brain, the eyes. And a lot of people, as they get older, get degenerative eye issues, which can be supported by making sure that your body's able to absorb vitamin A and also to use. Things like beta carotene, which is what makes carrots orange, so that you are able to produce your own vitamin A and stuff like that. Like there's so many things to it, right? But those are a daily. For me, the lifelong vitality is a daily. So all the things that I've just talked about are a daily, and they are ones that I will cycle, everything I cycle, but I will tend to stay on those ones every day for a couple of months, right? Now, there's some other things that I add in. I've got to do this really, really fast. So, adding things in. DDR Prime soft gels. DDR Prime soft gels is an essential oil supplement. It's full of essential oils, right? It's a soft gel capsule that's full of essential oils. Why do I use this? Because in my brain, when I have pain, I use lemongrass, marjoram, and frankincense. And those three things together will help to reduce inflammation and to help my body to settle down and calm down enough to clear out whatever the pain is that's happening, right? Why? Because pain is a response. Pain is happening in your body, but it's the only way that your body can communicate to your brain is to send you a signal and tell you, I have pain. Yeah. So if I support the body with the polyphenols and all of that sort of stuff, but then I also include things that I know calm inflammation, and I know that via doing aromatherapy studies, but also through nutritional work and just natural medicine in general, lemongrass, marjoram, and thyme, and frankincense, will help my body. Okay, so this supplement's got all of that in it, plus some. It's also got ginger, which is fantastic for, I think it's got ginger. No, it doesn't. That's the bit that's missing. So that's what I add in. Sorry. It's got thyme, it's got clove. So everything in this is going to assist you with enhancing your DNA. I'll put it that way, all right? But it's not a daily unless I need it. So at the moment I have been working extra hard and it's required a lot from my brain as well as from my body. So I will, at the moment, I'm using this as well, okay? So then I'll calm it down. The other thing is a polyphenol complex. I include that on again when I'm got stress levels up through the roof. So this is mental stress as well as physical stress. And yeah, when you go talk to a doctor, they probably tell you that you got burnout. So I use those things. Now, the other thing that I use on a daily is a extract, mushroom extract called lion's mane. So there's heaps of research around lion's mane. Heaps of people will tell you that it doesn't work, but there's also more people that tell you the good information about mushrooms and how much they actually work and do support you. So Touchwood Mushrooms is a business in Western Australia. It's down near Denmark. Graham has been doing this forever. His whole family's involved in it. So I use lion's mane. Okay, that helps me. This is a liquid extract without alcohol. So I don't have any alcohol in the extracts that I use. And this way I can give it to the puppy dogs. So this is phenomenal for helping my brain. Okay, I use my brain a lot. I also know that I've had experiences in my life that have damaged some parts of my brain a little, and I need a bit of support around my blood-brain barrier. So I use the lion's mane, right? I also use cordyceps. This is a powder. I put this in my loaded coffee. So I use cordyceps, I use cayenne pepper, and I use tiger's milk. And all of those go into my coffee. There's two mushroom extracts there. There's a spice. So cayenne pepper is a spice, spicy, spicy. And I also use cacao. So I use bitter cacao and I have that with a coffee once a day. So if you don't want to do coffee, just don't put the coffee in, just have the loaded cacao. Sometimes if I want to go on a bit of an adventure or a bit of a trip, I'll add in some blue lotus. That's phenomenal. But that's my daily brain support, if you like. Cordyceps helps my body as well. It's amazing for tissue and when you're putting stress on your joints and ligaments. Tiger's milk is fantastic for your respiratory system, it's great for your immune system, and it's going to support you in that aspect as well. And cayenne pepper and beetroot powder as well are amazing for your circulatory system, absolutely amazing for your blood. Okay. So on top of that, just watching the time. I also use nutritional yeast. So nutritional yeast is amazing, been around forever and a day. Ask any German about it. They should be able to tell you because the Germans used it quite a lot when they didn't have access to other food resources. Nutritional yeast is a great boost for my gut flora, but it's also great for my energy. Why? Because it supports you with vitamin B. Um, as a side note, people that spend a lot of time in chlorinated pools, you're absorbing the chlorine through your skin, going into your gut, destroying your good bacteria. So, nutritional yeast is probably something that you want to sprinkle into your salads. It gives you that, I think they say umami flavor. It's to me, it adds a nice nutty parmesan type flavor to things. The other thing that I use is I will use teas. I really like these ones. They're portable, but I do have a lot of loose leaf herbs and dried herbs from my garden, but also dried herbs that I buy from Mudbrick Cottage to put together teas as medicine. But these ones are quick on the go. So I like the High Liver Daily Detox and I like the Golden Turmeric one. I also do use tissue salts every now and then when I feel that I actually need them. So I have the bone health tissue salt. Part of that, again, is stemming from knowing what my medical history has been in my personal health journey, but also knowing that I need a little bit of support because I'm not necessarily eating the foods like not going to eat a lot of bone marrow and I'm not eating a lot of meat. So I need a little bit of a kick every now and then. Tissue salts is a whole other journey, but amazing. It will boost everything that you take. The other one that I will sometimes use, they say it's for heartburn and reflux and stuff, but it's combination C and it actually helps with a bit of the boost for my brain. And then finally, the other one that I use quite a lot is a complex which you get from the US via doTERRA as well. So some of this is doTERRA, some of this is not. But this one is frankincense. It's Boswellia acid complex. So it's actually the oil as well as the acid, Boswellia acid that comes from actual frankincense. And it's the resin. So it's the resin oil as well as the resin extract. So acid probably sounds like a strong word, but that's what it is. And this is amazing for your brain, but it's also amazing for calming down anything that is rogue in your system because it supports, frankincense is a powerhouse in terms of supporting inflammation. There's different kinds of frankincense. Again, plants. With plants, there's multiple kinds of plants, different species of the same family, different genuses or whatever it is. Yeah, I can't probably go too far into that one, except saying that it really assists your body when you've got things that are pretty rogue happening in there. Quite alongside, really good alongside turmeric, and some of the other things that I've shared with you today. So enjoy. And if you've got any questions, please let me know. I'll pop some links in the comments in terms of where you can get some of this stuff, and you can always talk to me about it anyway. All right, catch ya.